Frank Einstein and the Antimatter Motor, Chapter 18, with Hobiwan. Well, hello, says Dr. T. Edison from behind his huge polished black desk. What, not a surprise to see you, Bert and Ernie. I'm sure you are here to congratulate me on my new invention, the Edison Antimatter Motor, yes? Mr. Chimp, sitting just to the right of Edison, signs Y-E-S. Hardly, says Frank Einstein. We are here for some answers. Now I'd sign those for you if I could sign, but I can't really sign. Let's see here. I'll try. Y E E S. How'd I do? Anyway, Mr. Chimp signed yes. We are here for some answers, says Frank. Wonderful. What are your questions? Watson scans the office. Why do you have so many TVs? I bet you're spying on people, like us. Mr. Chimp and I like to watch cartoons, lots of them, all at the same time. Next question. Frank walks around the office, counting his steps and measuring the room's exact dimensions. He checks the door. He notes the heating and air conditioning vents. He listens to everything. He hears the deep hum of machinery behind the office doors. He leans against a wall and hears a very faint rumba beat. He watches Mr. Chimp take out a small metal box, dip his stick tool into it, and slurp a quick snack. A few ant legs drop on the desk. Now Frank is sure. Where are Clink and Clank? Edison raises his eyebrows in surprise. What's a clink and a clank? My robots, says Frank, without raising his voice. Frank pictures jumping over the desk, screaming at Edison, and slapping the goofy look right off his face. But then he pictures Mr. Chimp, with 98% of the same DNA, but 5 times the strength and of anyone fighting in the WWE, tossing him around and snapping most of the bones in his body without even breaking a chimp's sweat. Frank takes the stick of gum out of his lab coat pocket and calmly chews it. The smart robots you robot snapped from Frank's lab, says Watson, leaning threateningly over Edison's desk. B-A-C-K, Mr. Chimp signs, adding a short, barking, "Hurroo!" That needs no translation. Smart robots, you say? How interesting. You two are quite the pinky and the brain. Or maybe goofus and gallant? Watson backs away from the desk, but he can't take it anymore. You stole the idea of Frank's antimatter motor. You were wrecking our town to build a thing that collides atomic particles. Where are you hiding Clink and Clank? Mr. Chimp looks from Watson to Edison, points one finger at his temple, and moves it in a circle. Edison laughs. Now there's that question again. Oh, I guess I might as well tell you. Edison stands up. A couple of robots did stop by last night. One that looked like a shop vac and another like a big trash can. Yes, that's Clink and Clank, Watson yells. We talked for a bit, had a nice chat about producing antimatter, cheaply, and then I sent them on their way. Yeah, right, says Watson. On their way where? Oh, to a friend's place. I think you and Frank's Grandpa Al know him. Junkyard dog. All the way on the other side of the lake. Edison makes a big deal of checking a brand new flashy gold watch. And they should be having a smashing good time right about now. So sorry you are too late to save them. You what? Exclaims Frank. You gave them away to be smashed into scrap metal? Oh no, says Edison. I would never do something that crazy. I sold them. Got $10, too. Frank grinds his teeth. He clenches his fists. He tenses every muscle. Then he shouts, "No!" and runs right at Edison. Frank pulls back his fist, leaps over the desk, and is caught in midair by a strong, hairy arm. Watson jumps in, kicking and swinging crazily. Another strong, hairy arm wraps around his waist. Edison laughs a weird, panting laugh. Throw them out, Mr. Chimp. Frank and Watson struggle and flail and fight against Mr. Chimp. Watson kicks his legs helplessly in the air. Frank grabs the door jamb on the way out, but Mr. Chimp doesn't even seem to notice. He tosses Watson first, and then Frank, a good 20 feet, out into the deserted lot. Nice visiting with you, Abbott and Costello, calls Edison from behind Mr. Chimp in the doorway. Mr. Chimp straightens his tie and seamlessly closes the door of the big black cube with a sticky schmoop. Ow, groans Watson, rolling off a pile of bricks. Well, Well, that went well, he says sarcastically. Frank stands up, looking strangely not that upset about getting tossed around by a chimpanzee, being called a lot of names, or losing his robot pals. Perfectly, Frank says, taking a quick look back at the cube and brushing off his lab coat. That is the end of chapter 19. Thank you for sticking with me. Click the link below for the next video and consider subscribing. Thank you very much.